Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of The Oldish, also being broadcast on Reno Studios channel. Now last week, I talked to you about a bone scan that I was about to undergo, and I told you that if I was able, I would share it with you. Turns out to be a bit of a complex thing, so I won't go into the details, but let's just say that Instagram and Facebook, despite being owned by the same company, don't play well together. So it's a little challenging to share that video. I'm in the process of trying to obtain it, but anyway, in the meanwhile, I'm going to show you a news report that shows you the machine that was used and introduces you to Megan, who did my scan. Now, the machine is called the EchoLite Echo S. What it does is scan the lumbar vertebrae and the femur. The technology that is typically used to do a bone density scan is called DEXA. So this is an alternative that doesn't use radiation and that can be done very quickly using a machine that is portable. And you get this really cool report, which I will talk to you about once you watch this news report and understand what the technology actually is. So hang tight there and I will show you the news report.
Residents from across Halton came for their appointment here at HealthSpan in Georgetown on August 24th to find out more about their bone health. Megan Burmester is the co-founder of Sono Health and says the EchoLite is a game changer in healthcare.
What it is a mobile bone mineral density machine. So we can use ultrasound and radio frequency to assess bone microarchitecture as opposed to DEXA, which is currently the gold standard, which uses a low-dose X-ray to assess the bone microarchitecture. I do have a colleague that I worked with previously. His company is called Northern Diagnostics, and actually he has brought in this machine into the country from Italy. So we really just were thinking, wouldn't it be great to have the opportunity to even provide this service to someone?
And having this service available in Canada now is something that radiologist Dr. Christopher Guest says offers a more accurate and thorough read of their bone health.
So with DEXA, it tells us how much mineralized matrix is in the bone, how much calcium is in the bone, but it doesn't really tell us much about the quality of the bone, the microarchitecture, how strong the bone is on the inside. And that's what's interesting about this new technology. Myself, I'm 51 and I have osteopenia. I'm a marathon runner. I have no other medical comorbidities, but lo and behold, I found out that I have slightly low bone density, right? So it allows people that are in my situation to identify potential risk and to optimize their bone health before the hormonal effects later on start to kick in, right? The other thing is there's a number of patients that are elderly patients that are in nursing homes or hospitals that they may be too old to actually change their bone density. They may be in their 80s and 90s. But this device, because it's portable, because it can come to them, we can still assess their fracture risk.
HealthSpan is the first wellness clinic to offer this service in Halton Hills. Owner Dr. Julia Fountain says this new technology certainly speaks to the essence of her work in helping people through all stages of their lives.
Actually helps us to hone in on those women that may be younger women that may not be eligible for a DEXA at this point. Often women have to be at least the age of 65 or have high risk for fracture. But this way we can screen women in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s. And we can be able to educate women then at a relatively young age on how they can maintain their bone mass.
Linda Chilman was the first to experience the EchoLite, which took about 15 minutes. She not only had the scan done, but was also given the results for future use. Chilman says she highly recommends getting it done.
I thought it was very easy and simple. It was quick, and there wasn't much to it actually. I can take it to my doctor. I can go home and study it. I'm happy to know that I'm in the healthy, category. I came up green, so a little bit overweight, but yeah, cool.
HealthSpan is hosting another EchoLite clinic in September, but Sono Health is looking to expand this service to other health centers across Halton.
Okay, so that shows you what the machine actually was and how the scan is done. It's not invasive, it's not painful. They have to push a little harder on the L1, so they scan the L1 to the L4. Push a little harder on the L1, but it was fine. I really enjoyed it. And I think that one of the things you can understand from this is that you don't have to be 65. You can be much younger. There are many things that can contribute to osteoporosis. So medications, other kinds of illnesses and diseases, family history. There are so many things that contribute. So I was very happy to have this done. I would highly recommend this technology. It cost $150, so I'm in Canada, $150 Canadian, which I thought was a really good investment. It's not covered by our healthcare, our provincial healthcare at this point in time. People who have extended healthcare may be able to have it covered. That's something that the owners of this technology are going to work on next. So that would be good. So this report is something that I can take to my doctor. It is not automatically sent to my doctor, but I got a report that looks like this. So this shows you L1, so green, pretty healthy. And in here, I am starting to approach osteopenia, but not osteoporosis, which is really good. It tells me that my 5-year risk of a major osteoporotic fracture is 10 to 20%. I'm really happy with that. It shows the result of doing the kind of exercise that I do, which includes weight bearing. I do have weights that I use at home. I have just these little weights at home, but when I go to the gym, I use heavier weights. That was a 2-pound weight. I have 5-pound weights. When I go to the gym, I have a routine that involves weight bearing and balance. I've been paying more attention to my diet, I would say the last 10 years or so. So this makes me feel really good. It shows the result that I am not somebody who is in the category of osteoporosis. It actually says right on it, osteopenia. So, can that turn into osteoporosis? Yes, it can. However, I am on the south side of 70, so I am grateful that osteoporosis is not something that I'm dealing with. Now, there's a lot of other information. Here is my hip bone scan. So that's pretty, look at this over here. Just shy of the green zone. Yay! I am super happy about that. It really speaks to the work that I have been doing. Oh, now you can even, for the doctor, you can even take a look at the images from the scan. There is a letter that goes to your, let me just get a hold of that. A letter that goes to your healthcare provider and gives a little bit more indication of where your health actually is and what the technology is. So, this is something that I am grateful that it is available. I would highly recommend that you look into it in your area, see if it's available. It is available in Europe, it is available in the States, it is just now becoming available in Canada. So do check it out. See if you need to do a bit more work. You can see, like I did, the results of the work that I have been doing. It encourages me to keep up doing the things that I'm doing the exercise that I'm doing, eating the kind of diet that I'm doing. I should eat more green stuff, work in progress, but clearly something like this gives me hope. And knowing that my fracture risk is as low as it is a good thing. It doesn't mean don't take precautions, but it does definitely show that I'm on the right path. So join me on that path if you are able. Take advantage of the technology. If you're over 65, you will be eligible for a DEXA. One of the really interesting things that I was told by Megan when I went in to do this scan, if you need something to give a comparison, is that it's like looking at the Eiffel Tower. If you look at the Eiffel Tower, you can see the major architecture that holds it up. But if you look a little more closely at the interior of the Eiffel Tower, you will see that there are other bars that are holding it in place. A DEXA looks at the major structure, but it does not look at the other bars that are holding it in place and providing that extra strength. This Sono Health technology looks at those other bars that are holding it in place, because it's no good having the strong external structure if the internal structure isn't strong enough to maintain it. So you need that internal structure to be strong as well. Okay, that is the information that I will leave you with today. I wanted to give you an update. I asked at the last recording if people were content with the weekly piece, which we've been doing for a very long time, or would you rather some more lives? Maybe a bit less scheduled, so that just when things of interest pop up, we can show them to you. And that was the response that I got the strongest yes for. So this will be the last Wednesday, 12 noon, but it will not be the last live that we do or the last show that we do. I'm going to be able to give myself the freedom to go out and about and record things on the fly and bring them to you. If I can do them live, great. If I can't do them live, then I can bring them back to my computer and edit them so that I can present them to you in a more appropriate format. And I think that'll be kind of fun to be able to use that ability to bring you information and news and on location type of programming. So we'll give that a try. Let me know how you like it. In the meanwhile, take care of yourselves, be kind to one another, and be really good to yourself. Take care, everybody. Bye.